Hey guys, it's AprilMayRain. You are looking awesomely beautiful today. Guys, I just wanted to make this video really quickly to talk about two of Corsair's mice right here. This is the M65 Elite versus the M65 Ultra. Now, I've been using the M65 Elite for the past few years now, and it is one of my favorite mice that I've ever been able to use. The grip that I'm able to have on this, the sniper button, the 8 programmable keys, everything RGB, it has almost been a perfect mice for me. But Corsair just released recently the Ultra, and the Ultra came in a wireless, and Ultra came in white. Wow, wireless, I'm trying to cut the wire there. It came in white and also came in wireless, and I've never had a wireless mice before, so it was my first kind of a transition into a wireless mice. So what this video is for is because I want to talk about the real differences between the two and why I'm still torn about these two mice and upgrading to the Ultra. And if you guys don't know, my channel, this is how I make these videos. Is very raw, very unscripted. I'm telling you guys how I feel, my emotions. I'm just talking to you guys about my experiences. And this is important because mice, I mean, for gaming, video editing, work, I'm using it constantly. And with the white, you guys already know, I'm just going to do a quick room pan. The aesthetic, I have to keep the white mouse or keep my decision going with a white mouse, but also being able to do everything else is very important. So just to start off, I'm just going to look at both of these mice for a second and want you guys to see both these, because any other video that I've seen, it's always been talking headshots, a lot of B-roll. I'm not about that. So guys, subscribe if this is the kind of videos that you like, because this is the real world example of how I want you guys to feel like you are here in the room next to me. So off the bat, you see that Corsair has added this very cool triangle texture to both of the sides of the Ultra and to the wheel, where on this side, you see that the gray is a little bit darker, but it does not have that same texture. And that is maybe because when I've been using this for quite a bit, you'll know that your mouse can actually get grimy, which is kind of gross. But with the Elite, I've not been feeling that. I mean, maybe it's because I haven't used it that long, but this texture does, I think, help with that. You can also notice some difference between the build quality, or I should say build design, because these are actually the same body type on the inside, but the design, or you can see that there is an actual disconnect between this nice back piece here and this piece here. So if I can push here, watch, that does not click. This, if I'm pushing the same spot, clicks the mouse. So let's talk about click really quick, because as you can hear, the Ultra has a little bit more of a high pitch activation, where the Elite is a little more tactile and lower in pitch, which I don't really mind either of the clicks. I just do wish that this was a full flush body. And what I also wish, the RGB. Let's talk about the RGB, because I know maybe some of you guys don't care. I really care. And this little fin back here has a separate, I should say, separate LEDs inside of, or I should say separate LED that's connected to the back, because these both have logos. You can see that this is a lot brighter. They're in the same setting right now, just the rainbow default. You see a RGB scroll wheel here, which is super cool. That even looks even cooler from the front, and you do not get that on the Ultra, which is super sad, because what made this mouse so cool is that RGB and that custom RGB that you're able to do with really cool things when you're pushing things down. It changes colors. Like, as you can see, the snipe does the same thing. The snipe actually does, and the snipe button lowers the DPI. I'm assuming you guys know everything about this mouse, because if you're watching this far, you guys definitely are either have this mouse or upgrading from the old one, or upgrading to this guy, or just here to hang out with me, because I'd love for you guys to just watch these videos just to hang out with me. But that is very important for the build quality, because I think that that is it's a big deal. I'm just saying to you guys, and I want to now mention the back. So I'm going to flip it over, because this is also important for you guys to see. It uses the same weight types of covers, so this adds a few grams to the bottom. I can screw these in to the bottom and it'll add some weight. I don't use any weight for either of these, and as you look, you have these two separate pieces up here. There is one solid, I don't even know what they get, the feet, they really just call them mouse feet. The grips, I can just do a circle here and let you know how that feels, because I do feel like this is slightly more, I don't want to say grippy, but more smooth. This, maybe it's because I've used it for 2 years, but I definitely feel a little more traction with this guy. And I don't know if it's because they're the two separate, they have that space in the middle there, but it just feels smoother on this. And maybe just because it's new, so I don't want to be biased about that. But let's talk about price, because when I come up here, I am looking at the price, and I don't know what my IQ's doing, but when I look at the price, it is $130 for the Ultra. and it is a $70 for the Elite. Now, I've seen this mouse on sale for $40, and I've seen this mouse on sale for $100. That's kind of when I got it. But is it worth the price difference between the two? I don't know, because right now I have IQ up on this, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But they also, Corsair, if you don't care about color, make a black mouse that only comes in black that is a wired version of this exact mouse. And this wired version has the RGB, as you can see, and also probably the RGB from the back. So you do get probably all the benefits from this mouse to this mouse. Talking about the different performance stuff, this has a optical switch which will last much longer than this mouse. This actually has gestures too. So if I'm let me find out where I am. Gosh, this is using 3 screens, so it's huge. Okay, here we go. I'm going into, this is the wireless version. So if I go into gestures, which the other mouse does not have, it has these tilt gestures, so I can do things like reload or send GG in the chat or like, open YouTube. You could do weird things like that I haven't really messed around with, but I don't know if it's still worth the upgrade. And as you can see, you do not have the gestures here. When I go into rainbow effect, I see that I have scroll and logo that can be illuminated, but when I go into ultra, I do not. It only says all, or it only says logo and not all, because it just would be really cool if these have difference. But I bet if you're using the wired version of this guy, which I'm also very, very torn between, because the wired version might be the sweet spot to get, but it's also coming back to getting a white mouse, which is why you're probably here. What kind of mouse should you get? As you see, I'm very involved in the Corsair ecosystem, and I've really I wanted to stay with it, so that upgrade I think made sense for me. Guys, I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else that I need to cover. If you guys have any questions, or if you want to see if they're priced well on Corsair or on Amazon, definitely check in the links below, because that's where I'll have all this other information. I'm still torn. I just got this new mouse. I think I'm going to keep using it because the wireless is actually awesome. To go really quickly, it can also be Bluetooth, which is great. It can connect to any device. The cable that comes with the wired version is super nice. This does come with, the Ultra does come with a cable that's a Type-C. That's terrible. I mean, it's just boring black cable that's fairly long, but it just doesn't, you don't get this really nice cable, and you get this little slipstream guide that I have connected into the mouse pad, which makes everything super nice. And yeah, guys, these are great mice. I don't know what else to say. This is my all-time favorite mouse, depending on what kind of user you are. If you're a claw, you're sitting back here, it is great. With this guy, yeah, if you're pushing here, that's not clicking. Over here it is. And then the RGB, oh, if I could turn off all the lights and show you guys. I mean, there's tons of videos of individual reviews between these two. I'm making this video because I haven't seen anything that compares these two white products. So, and this is really important to me to show, because I'm here to show you guys and provide you guys value of things that I don't see on the internet. So I'm like, oh yeah, I need to make this video, which has always been super fun. Let me just show the room one more time. I'm going to make a vlog really soon about some updates that have happened in the room. And we got Ahsoka sleeping here. Hey, buddy. She is very tired right now, but somehow still listening to me yell and not waking up. So guys, thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, stay awesomely beautiful, and hope I'll see you once again. See ya.